Hey folks, on this edition of In the Shop with the Bass Academy, we're going to be installing a recessed trolling motor tray. Now, those of you who fish a ton realize the benefits of having a recessed trolling motor foot pedal tray. You don't have to keep your leg in an elevated position. It takes a lot of the strain off your lower back. It allows you to stay on the water from dawn until dusk, day in and day out. And it'll give you an advantage on the water. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing a comfort troll system. The comfort troll system is simply a welded aluminum pan that's going to be cut into the deck of the boat. It'll replace the elevated foot pedal that you see here on the boat. This will allow us to go through and really have that comfort all day long on the water. Now, the folks at Comfort Troll offer their trolling motor trays in several different colors. Today we're going to be installing a light gray version. I have light gray console, light gray carpeting, and light gray seats in the boat. So for this particular boat, that's the color choice that I've gone with. Again, available in many different colors. You can always go with black. You know black's going to match your trolling motor foot pedal 100% every time. So without further ado, we're going to get things ready to go. I'm going to show you the tools and techniques that it's going to take to install your trolling motor tray in very little time. Okay, here it is, folks. Here's your Comfort Troll foot trolling motor tray. What's in here? We've got the template, a bag of screws with the hose clamp, and all the final installation screws that you're going to need. Inside there's a small piece of garden hose that will attach to the bottom stem. This is to allow any water that accumulates in your trolling motor tray throughout a rainy day fishing on the water to go into the bilge system and pumped out through the bilge pump, or later in the day when you pull the plug out of the boat as you trailer home. Now I'm going to have to take off this panel right here after I deploy the trolling motor, and I have to do that because of how the wires are ran from my electronics. So I'm going to have to take that off. On most applications you probably won't have to do that, but I actually want to get a really good fit here, and I want to make sure that all the wiring for the electronics stay where I want them to stay. Hey folks, here it is. Here is the template that you're going to use for your Comfort Troll. It's got 6 easy steps written right here in the center part. It tells you which lines to cut and which lines to save. What you see here is I have our template cut out. I left the square edges here because I'm going to tack them down with some blue tape. I'm also going to take some of this blue painter's tape and I'm going to cut the distance right between here, and it's going to allow that to keep the edges of the carpet from really fraying too bad. I want a nice tight seal when I drop this in there without having to worry about ragged edges of carpet. I know it's not going to be seen, but this is how I like to do it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to lay the tape down and we're going to trace our lines. We're going to get our cutting tool out, we're going to cut it, and then we're going to drop our tray right into place. Now it's time to do a test fit of the tray. Just a little bit snug on one side. Looks like we need to take a little rasp, but I'd rather it be a little bit, do a little bit more work than, again, wish you hadn't cut so much. Fits like a charm. We've got our final install completed. Would like to go over a few of the tools that we use. First thing, we have Comfort Troll trolling motor recessed foot pedal tray. Definitely going to need a battery powered drill with a Phillips head tape measure, cutting tool, shop vac to clean up all the pieces. Now I've got a couple items here that we use, a little bit on camera, a little bit off camera. I use the Sureform tool and a regular 4-in-1 file. I also use a manual Phillips head screwdriver, number 2. Definitely going to need a pair of scissors to cut the template out, marker to relay the template onto the carpet or the material if you've cut the carpet out of the way. Utility knife there. After I had it cut, I removed about 1/8 of an inch of carpet around the edge so that I could file without fraying the carpet too bad. And one thing we definitely want to make sure everybody does, safety glasses. Between using the rotozip style tool and the file, there was some debris that managed to go airborne, so you definitely want to protect your eyes at all times. Thanks for watching this install. So stay tuned for the next episode of In the Shop, and you're with the Bass Academy. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned.